Weather is mostly to blame for a bit of an extension on the road closure on Winewood and Gravenhurst. Director of Engineering and Transportation for the district, Mark Muskoka, explains some more on what held this work crew up.
Yeah, we're a bit behind by a week or two, I'd say, of where we'd like to be. Some of that was related, like you said, to the weather and the rain that we've had this time of year, and that's a normal occurrence. We've also had some considerations for utilities on the install, particularly at the community center here behind you. And what that was related to their servicing. So that was just timing on when we could shut down to make the connection. We didn't want to interrupt any of the services they have, and we saw some not challenges, but we just had to give some consideration to the depth of some of these utilities, and that's why this road was initially requested for a full closure. But as we get to this intersection that's behind me now, we have to start working with those a bit more carefully and tying them in ways that help build better for the future.
And so this means the road likely won't be open until closer to mid-November, with some work carrying over into the spring after the road reopening this winter.
Weather pending this time of year, of course, for paving. We'd like to get the base course of asphalt in the next week or so. That should start Monday the 30th and then move into maybe towards Remembrance Day is when we're looking to have it complete. There may be some once the closure is lifted, there may be some flagging operations to do some of the touches before winter sets in. All the conduit that you see behind me and the sidewalk will all be ready to go. The conduit being for the pedestrian crossing. We're timing with CN Rail here on when we can complete that section. It looks like we may have some finishing touch work carrying into spring 2024, and what that means is that we'll button this site up for the winter. It will be business as usual for traffic and pedestrian operations, and then in the winter, first thing in the spring, we'll come in and give those finishing touches, which include some things such as the final lift of asphalt.
Any more full closures expected with that?
Not that we're aware of at this point. There is consideration for potential closure at Bethune and Winewood, and that would just be for us to allow us to tie in with the new asphalt section, but that would be fairly minor in nature compared to what we're seeing for the majority of this construction work.